What is going on, everybody? It is Dylan with Astrodfs, and in today's video, Fanduel has finally released their prices, their week one main slate prices. So we are going to do a first look. Now, I did the DraftKings one, so if you guys are interested in that, go check that one out. I use FanDuel and DraftKings during the NFL DFS season, so I play on both sites, so I think it's fair to kind of do the first look on both sites as well. So we'll start off with quarterbacks. We did it differently on the DraftKings, but this one I'll just go over prices by position, get it a little quicker for you guys, and then we'll go more in depth as we get closer to this. But with preseason games and stuff like that, there's still some uncertainties. So at the quarterbacks, we have Jaden Daniels, the most expensive guy on this one. The one thing I will say before we take a deeper dive, they don't have the night game. If you remember last season, they added the Sunday night game to the main slate, and it was difficult. It made playing DraftKings a lot easier because you didn't have to worry about that night game. But now there is no night game, at least on this week one slate. So going back to it, Jaden Daniels 8,500, Joe Burrow 8K, Baker Mayfield 79, Goff 78, Murray 77, Love 76. Darnold at 75. Bo Nix at 74 against Tennessee. That one's pretty good so far. Tua against Indy at 73. C.J. Stroud 72 against the Rams. Justin Fields 72 against Pittsburgh. Cam Ward 7,100. Cam Ward is 7,100 against Denver. Oh my God. Why would anyone want to play Cam Ward at that price? That is crazy. If Matt Stafford plays, he is also 7,100 against Houston. Trevor Lawrence is 7K against Carolina. That one's definitely interesting. Geno Smith 7K against New England. I mean, that's another good one. For Geno, just his price. I mean, and the matchup, but we'll get into it. Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, whoever ends up being the starter. I talked about it. This might be one of my favorite games week one so far in the main slate. Brock Purdy, 6,900 against Seattle. That's interesting. That's very, very, very interesting. Brock Purdy, 6,900. Aaron Rodgers against his former team, 6,800. Bryce Young, 6,800 against Jacksonville. Russell Wilson, 6,700 against Washington. We're getting some pretty good value pieces on FanDuel. Michael Penix is 6,700 against Tampa. Yet again, that's a pretty good price point for him. Joe Flacco, 6,600 against Cincy. I mean, that's a good price point for Flacco. Drake May, 6,600. Drake May against Vegas, though. That one is definitely interesting. And then whoever the Saints starting quarterback ends up being, 6,500. And that's pretty much it for quarterbacks. Running backs, we get Bijan 88, Gibbs 87, JT 83, Achane 82, CMC 81. Josh Jacobs 78 against Detroit. Bucky Irving 77, James Conner 75, Mixon if he plays, which kind of seems unlikely already, 74. Kyron 73 against Houston. Kamara 71 against Arizona. That one's interesting for sure. Breece Hall 7K against Pittsburgh. Chase Brown 6,900 against Cleveland. I like that price point for him. Ken Walker 6,700 against San Fran. Chuba Hubbard 65 against Jacksonville. That one's interesting. Ashton Genty 6,400. I honestly don't hate that price point. I honestly don't. But yeah. Brian Robinson, 6,300. David Montgomery, 6,200. Travis Etienne, 61. So discount on the first Jacksonville running back. Tony Pollard, 6K against Denver. That one's tough. Tyrone Tracy, 5,900 against Washington. That's a pretty good price point. Jerome Ford is definitely a name to watch against Cincinnati. It's 5,800. J.K. Dobbins would be 5,700, as well as R.J. Harvey against Tennessee. Some pretty good price points for the Denver running backs. Ramondre, 5,600 against Vegas. Jaylen Warren, 5,500 against the Jets. Caleb Johnson, 5,500 as well. Nick Chubb, if Mixon's out, would be 5,400 against the Rams. Tank Bigsby's 5,300. Eckler 5,200. We'll see Rashard White 5,100. We'll throw his name in there. Any other names? If Judkins finds out what he's going to do with his NFL career, he's at 5K. Travion Henderson is 4,700. That's who I was looking for. Travion Henderson 4,700 week 1. Cam Scadaboo 4,700. Dylan Sanson 46. Devin Neal 46. Tutton 46 as well. And that would pretty much be it for running backs as of right now. Wide receivers, Jamar Chase 92, the only 9K running back, wide receiver, tight end on this slate. Amon-Ra 84, Puka 81, Nico 79 against the Rams, like that. Neighbors 7,800 against Washington, that's interesting. BTJ 7,700 against Carolina. Tyreek Hill 7,600 against Indy. Mike Evans 7,500 against Atlanta. Terry 7,300 against the Giants if he doesn't get traded. JSN 7,200 against San Fran. That one's definitely interesting as well. Higgins against Cleveland 71. Drake London 7K against Tampa. Devontae Adams 6,900 against Houston. But I mean, let's be honest really quick. If Matt Stafford doesn't play, we're probably not touching a Rams player. DK Metcalf, 6,800 against the Jets. Cortland Sutton, 6,700 against Tennessee. That's actually a pretty damn good price point there. Garrett Wilson, 6,500 against Pittsburgh. Tougher. Marvin Harrison Jr., 6,400 against the Saints. Love it. Deebo Samuel is definitely one to watch out for with the Terry McLaurin. He's 6,300. Jacoby Myers, 6,200. Jerry Jeudy, 6,200. That's a pretty good price point for him. Cooper Kupp, 6,100 against San Fran. Diggs, 6,100. Really good price point for that. Jameson Williams, 6K. I definitely like that one with that matchup. Juwan Jennings, if he ends up playing. Obviously, when I say it, it's speculation of Camp New. So, Michael Pittman, 5,900 against Miami. So, Indy, yet again, is a team that I'm watching out for week 1. So, we'll see what the other guys are kind of priced at. Chris Olave, 5,900. Like that price point for him as well. I like the prices at wide receiver on FanDuel. Darnell Mooney, 5,800 against Tampa. Jaden Reed, 5,800 against Detroit. Ridley, tough matchup, 5,700 against Denver. Travis Hunter, 5,700 against Carolina. Shaheed, 5,600. Tet McMillan, 5,600. Jalen Waddle, a really good price point, 55. Adam Thielen, 55. Matthew Golden, 54. And then we'll just find some names. Ricky Pearsall, 53 against Seattle. Josh Downs, 5,200. Love that price point for him. Emeka Ibuka, definitely a name to watch out for, 5K. Is there another name? Someone to really kind of look out for. Not seeing any. Cedric Tillman, maybe 4,700. I guess we'll look for some of the rookies. Vegas' rookie wide receivers, 4,400. Tesla, 43. Restrepo down there. Yeah, I think everyone else is just going to be a random cheap name. So we'll move on. Like I said, we'll go more in depth as we get closer. Brock Bowers, 7K against New England. George Kittle, 6,500 against Seattle. Trey McBride, 6,300 against New Orleans. Some really good tight end matchups week 1. Laporta, 5,900 against Green Bay. Njoku, 57 against Cincy. 5,400 Juanu against the Jets. Yeah, probably not. Evan Ingram, 5,300 against Tennessee. Like that one. Kyle Pitts, 52 against Tampa. His price is kind of high. I mean, if we're being honest, his price is kind of high. Tucker Kraft, 5,200 against Detroit. Zach Ertz, 5,100 against the Giants. Tyler Warren, 5,100. 5,100 for Tyler Warren week 1. Bretton Strange 5K. Let's will it have last year's? It doesn't have his price point. I was hoping to see the price point on Bowers to see where he started. Tyler Higbee 5K. Hunter Henry is 5K. Shig is 4,900. Dalton Schultz is 4,900. The Cincy tight ends 49.48. Mason Taylor is 4,800. Juwan Johnson is 4,700 against Arizona. Darren Waller is 4,700. Theo Johnson 4,600. Jatavion Sanders 4,500. Elijah Arroyo 4,500 against San Fran. Kind of really tough matchup though. I mean, that's pretty much it as far as like guaranteed starters and stuff like that. So, and then last but not least, we'll look at defenses. Denver 48, not a surprise. Commanders 47, Steelers 46, Bengals up to 4,500. Wow. 49ers 4,400, Dolphins 43. Jesus. Arizona's 42, Tampa 41, Detroit 4K, New England 3,900. I like that one. Houston 38. If Stafford's out, that looks really good. Rams 37, Jets 36, Green Bay 35, Seattle 35, Atlanta 34, Jacksonville 34, Indy 33, Tennessee 32, Vegas 32, Saints 31, Panthers 31, Browns 3K. And I talked about it on DraftKings, but I'm not going to go full in depth, but the Giants 3K is just very interesting to me. Very, 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 $1,800 difference is crazy. So, yeah, I didn't mean to, if you guys were looking for more in depth, I will get there. I promise you guys. I just wanted to get this price point out. I'll go more in depth as we go on into the preseason leading up to week 1. So if you guys are looking forward to that, just hit the subscribe button. Check it out. I promise you I will go over it. We'll get an example line. We'll get that content for you guys. So thank you for tuning into this and the support on the DraftKings video as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.